Please subscribe my channel. I once believed that true love meant safety, that the person you chose would never belittle you, never make you feel invisible, never make you question the very bond holding you together. For years, I thought Emma was that person for me. She was the one constant in my life, the one I trusted to stand firm beside me through every storm. But what I didn't understand back then is that love doesn't always collapse under the weight of screaming fights or dramatic betrayals. Sometimes it dies quietly, through indifference, through dismissive gestures, through laughter in the very moment you're desperate for reassurance. It started so gradually that at first I didn't notice. A name began appearing too often in our conversations. Mark said this, or Mark helped me with that. I brushed it aside because Mark was just a colleague, nothing more. Or so I told myself. But as weeks slipped into months, small things began to sting. The way her eyes sparkled when she mentioned him. The way her whole posture shifted, softer and lighter, whenever his name came up. The way her phone became a lifeline, her fingers quick to unlock the screen at every buzz. Her lips curving into a smile I hadn't seen directed at me in what felt like forever. I convinced myself I was overthinking, that trust meant giving her the benefit of the doubt. But deep down, my instincts whispered something I didn't want to admit. Then came the night she stayed late at the office. Midnight arrived, the house quiet except for the tick of the clock and my restless pacing. When the door finally opened, she slipped inside with her phone pressed to her ear, giggling at something before noticing me watching. Her expression shifted, but the damage was done. Something inside me shifted too. The next morning, I tried to keep calm. I wasn't angry or loud. I simply told her, "Emma, I don't like how close you are to him. It's hurting us. Please just keep your distance." I expected conversation, maybe denial, maybe even tears. What I didn't expect was her reaction. She laughed. A short, dismissive laugh that sliced through me like a blade. She shook her head, smirking as she said, "You're being ridiculous." That moment was more devastating than any confession could have been. Because it wasn't just a laugh at my insecurities. It was a laugh at me, at our marriage, at the trust one had handed her so completely. After that, I couldn't unhear it. Her laughter echoed in my mind each time she left the house. Each time her phone vibrated on the counter. It hollowed me out, piece by piece, until the love I once carried felt fragile, brittle, slipping through my hands while she didn't care enough to catch it. I began to withdraw. My voice grew quieter. My touches stopped reaching for her in the dark. I stopped sharing my thoughts, my little victories, the small details of my day. And she didn't notice. Or maybe worse, she noticed and simply didn't mind. One evening, I tried to test the waters. I asked if she wanted to escape with me for the weekend. Just the two of us, a chance to reconnect. She hesitated, then mumbled something about already having plans. She didn't say with who. She didn't need to. The weight of silence pressed down harder after that, like a wall rising higher between us. One we both knew neither of us was willing to tear down. When I finally left, it wasn't with fury or shouting. There were no slammed doors, no accusations hurled across the kitchen. I simply packed a small bag, scribbled a note, and set it on the counter before stepping out the door. The note carried only a single truth. It wasn't Mark that ended us. It was your laughter. I heard later that she and Mark did end up together, at least for a while. But their spark fizzled quickly, as these things usually do. Friends told me she tried to reach out, tried to apologize, but by then, it no longer mattered. I had already learned something she never would. That laughter has the power to heal, but it also has the power to shatter. And hers had shattered everything we built. Years have passed now, and my life has taken a different shape. I've found someone who doesn't make me beg for love, who doesn't dismiss my pain as a joke. With her, I've discovered what it means to be cherished without condition. Yet sometimes in the quiet of the night, I still hear it. That cruel laugh, sharp and careless, echoing through my memory. It reminds me of the man I once was, the man who thought trust alone could carry a marriage. I know better now. It wasn't Mark who broke me. It was the moment Emma laughed, when all I needed was her love.